They discovered one Black Saturday that mobs don't march, they run. So you can excuse the nervous trigger man just this once for jumping the gun. As they were picking up the dead out of the broken glass, yes, it's number one, the radio said, groovy times have come to pass. The mobs don't march, they run. And there's a lot of mobs, a lot of people in great amounts, marching and running to Goatstock here at Goat Village in Norridge to quote and paraphrase the words of the late great Joe Strummer, groovy times are here again. But they haven't come to pass. Goatstock has been going on for 16 consecutive runs. The mobs will line up and they'll rock out, just like the Clash did. And there were plenty of fans mobbing record stores 47 years ago this week to get the new Clash EP, The Cost of Living. Groovy Times was one of 4 tracks featured on it, along with an update of Capitol Radio, where Joe Strummer seems to think the band are joining the big company record execs in realizing that money is more important than even music. Then there's also the barnstorming update and remake of Bobby Fuller 4's I Fought the Law. It was a UK-only EP, released March 11th, 1979. The US, 2 months later, would get it on an updated, reconfigured track listing version of the Clash's self-titled debut album. It removed a couple of tracks from the original UK, like Prodex Blue, that song about spotting a condom machine in a bathroom. 48 Hours wasn't on there either. This one substituted UK singles, available for the first time in the US. Clash City Rockers and Jail Guitar Doors, White Man and Hammersmith Palais, and the aforementioned cover of I Fought the Law. When the Clash's self-titled debut album was reissued in Japan, a bonus 7-inch single was attached to it, containing Groovy Times and the Booker T and the MG-ish sounding Gates of the West. The crowds will flock in mobs, and Groovy Times will be forevermore. Groovy Times are here again at Goatstock. Getting in a more 70s retro groove is they who put it all together, 13 Monsters. Deb Sonzo and Jamie Rhiani have a brand new single out, which you'll get a free download if you are one of the many paid attendants here. I'll be talking to Deb and Jamie about it. It seems to be an homage to some of their influences, but I never would have thought Foghat or Van Halen would have been an influence on 13 Monsters, their music being so eclectic and so alternative. Fu Manchu is another one. It features a music video of plenty of retro clips put together by Tire Fire's head honcho, Jim Schlottman. Tire Fire is the last band to play here tonight. And the video features some retro clips of its own, including one of the many wipeouts for One Evel Knievel. He was one of my idols growing up in the 70s too. I saw him jump at least 12 double-decker buses at International Amphitheater back in 1974. But this shows footage of Evel wiping out at Caesar's Palace back in the year I was born. So along with my new conversation with Deb and Jamie, Paperboy Riot is perhaps the youngest of the acts. In fact, I will call them the youngest of the acts here. A punk pop band with a change of pace, a definite twist. I don't hear too many punk pop bands or punk bands who focus on guitar solos, but Paperboy Riot in their 2 singles, including their latest Joke, they're a different story. And talking about a change of pace and a potpourri music that was all over the place, I didn't know what to label Brian Eaton's new album, Graphic Nature, when I first heard it, and I invited Brian down to the Cat 105.5 studios. He talked about it. It's everything from hip-hop to progressive rock to metal, even punk. Brian ran the gamut on this album, which came out 15 years ago this week. We'll rock back to when I had him in the Cat 105.5 studio. He was an accomplished producer too, produced My Sedacious Sister's self-titled debut album in 1995, and My Big Beautiful's debut album as well. Local Loft, episode 429. Be they groovy, rockin', or just musical, fun times are here and will never pass. The fun times of discovering the original Chicagoland metal, punk, alternative rock, and power pop scene.
We see that happening repetition in space extraordinary.
It's hard to feeling like a joke, but I gotta get away from people, the mean folk, and I hope that I'll find peace someday. Those are pretty prophetic lyrics, let me tell you. It sounds like a downer, but it's not a total downer.
Yeah, thank you.
Paperboy Riot, pretty unique. I don't know if I can call you a punk band, kind of all over the place. A little grunge, a little alternative. But you guys have extensive instrumentals in a lot of your songs. I've been noticing that. You're not brief like most punk bands. There's guitar solos here. There's quite a lot to get out of your music.
Thank you.
I have Gavin Harrison here, who's their singer-guitarist.
Hello.
Camden Page, their other guitarist, and Ethan Arellano, their drummer. Your bass player didn't show up, didn't make it. Huh?
Unfortunately.
Busy guy.
Busiest man I know.
Joke is your latest single. I quoted a couple lyrics from that. What really inspires some of the songs you write, would you say? Everyday situations? Some are depressing, some are not.
Most of them are about my own experiences. For our EP, Aberdeen and Jamestown, a lot of them are about school experiences. Joke specifically, I was bullied a pretty hefty amount in school. Didn't really fit in a lot, other than like with my music buddies, like with Ethan. You know, I was in choir, a lot of art kids. I guess I didn't really fit too well. So, Joke specifically was about being made fun of and wanting to eventually get away from it. And you do. And it happens, and it's cool.
know the feeling. I was bullied quite a lot in grammar school too. I can see where you're coming from on that. What would you classify yourselves as, if there's a genre you would classify yourselves as? Because you got the extensive instrumentals. I can't really call you a punk band because most punk bands grief in their music and lyrics. You don't have a lot of brevity in your songs.
Honestly, the reason we're so very different in our songs is we vary in what we're inspired by a lot. And we like to consider ourselves a punk band, but maybe in the sense of bands like Jawbreaker, Sincere Engineer, Naked Ray Gun. That one's blissful. I love Naked Ray Gun.
Yeah.
But we consider ourselves a punk band just because the whole point of punk is kind of going against the norm. So we're going against the norm of punk.
DIY,
Yeah, exactly.
You keep that DIY tradition for sure. Very strong.
Of course.
Do you feel your live performances, do you feel it's different from the studio? Pretty much the same.
Yes, definitely.
100% completely different.
So there's so much energy live.
Yeah.
So much energy.
Yeah. For our live recordings, we're just playing it all as a whole. Obviously, At most shows we get really good energy. At most of our shows we get really good energy. A lot of just crowd action. Compared to when we recorded our EP, we were kind of stationed at the couch while we took turns recording.
Yeah, calm down a little bit.
And it's an amazing experience. It's really fun. Order a pizza, get a ton of soda, and just kind of crank it all out. But it's very different.
And another thing that's always different is every time I play a lot of the leads like very slightly different, and that kind of goes along with, my background as a jazz musician. Compared to these guys, jazz, you never play one song the same way twice, and I just know for most people going to live shows, I personally would not like to hear songs exactly the way they're recorded. I really love when the musicians kind of switch it up a little. That's why I personally change my leads up a lot. That's how it differs a lot from the recordings.
They always sound amazing.
Thank you.
Call it freeform punk, and that's what I'm going to label it. But Paperboy Riot, a truly eclectic punk band. I want to thank Gavin and Camden and Ethan for talking to us. Thanks a lot, guys.
Of course. Thank you for having us.
Live from Goatstock 2026, Goatstock 16, and we're just getting started here, and there's a lot more to come, but thanks to Paperboy Riot again. Thanks, guys.
Hell yeah.
Is Goatstock the greatest local music festival or the greatest music festival of all time? Well, there's goat in the word. And G-O-A-T, what does that spell?
Greatest of all time.
The monstrous crew that put it together for the second time, 13 Monsters. I have them all four here, including Deb and Jamie.
Yes.
Steph.
I'm Carl.
And Carl. You pulled it off again.
Thanks, Tim. Thank you.
You did it with a little incentive this time around. A brand new single, Gotta Go, 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 Go.
Yeah. Yeah.
What'd you think? Did you like it?
Hey ho, let's go, 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 go. Yes.
My reasoning for writing that song was twofold, quite honestly. The number one reason was, if we ever get to open for Fu Manchu, which is one of my favorite bands ever, I wanted something that would fit into that set. And the other one, reason number two, is I wanted it to sound like a dragster. Like 3 minutes of non-stop from the beginning all the way to the end. No quiet spots, nothing like that. I wanted AC/DC, I wanted Foghat, I wanted Van Halen, I wanted all that.
It's kind of a song that pays homage to your influences.
Oh, yeah,
and
sure.
you just named them, Fu Manchu, also AC/DC, Foghat, and Van Halen.
Yeah, sure. It was time for us to sort of expand our wings from the normal, up and down of 13 Monsters, which is like sort of a psychedelic and then a stoner rock, ethereal kind of a thing where we go up and down, where we wanted one song that was just going to just basically kick you in the teeth without any explanation.
And the music video, too, that does more than kick you in the teeth.
I'm glad you like it.
Yeah,
That's a hold on to the handlebars kind of thing. You got Jim Schlottman of Tire Fire.
Yep.
Yes, yeah.
He put it all together.
Yes, he
and
did.
It features footage including one of my childhood heroes, Evel Knievel.
Yep.
And one of his not so great moments, the 1967 Caesar's Palace jump where he toppled over, broke a great many bones in the process.
Yeah.
I saw him back in '74 at International Amphitheater. He landed, went over 12 buses, but I remember that one. That was not one of his great moments.
Yeah.
And then the Snake River Canyon, of course.
Yeah, and that's what this whole song was. It is paying homage to that. It's to everything that we grew up with. It was a better time. It was a simpler time. It was a time where everybody went out on their BMX bikes and you got home when the street lights came on, and those were about the only rules. And we all missed that, and we missed that old driving rock and roll. Go, 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 let's go.
This is Full Acceleration, Our Lady of Blessed Acceleration. Speaking of which, there's a clip from the Blues Brothers where they jumped the 95th Street Bridge.
Yes. Yeah.
I remember that right away, seeing that movie a gazillion times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the rhythm section of Steph and Carl. Carl's back. So Carl went away for a little while because there was COVID and everything sort of like went to a lull. And then we had John in for a while, and now Carl is back, and Carl and Steph are once again, they're that engine. It's that engine that drives everything. Look, I'm just doing power chords, holding it together as best I can. But these two, it is like playing with a freight train every night, and I absolutely love it.
Deb, of course, is a woman of many talents.
Yeah, I
Didn't
am.
do the harmonica this time around.
No harmonica songs this time, which thankfully not. No offense to my harps, but like I'm exhausted because we never play like all the fast ones. We usually break it down and go up and down, and I'm pooped. It was a good set.
You're allowed to be pooped for a while,
Thank
but I
you.
mean, you got Bacon Stock coming up this year again, right?
Yeah, in October, and if everything works out, it'll be right here at Goat Village. Hopefully, we'll have multiple stages, food trucks, all of that. Until then,
We're working that out right now. We've got a few things coming up. We've got a Punk Rock Tacos event in June.
yeah, June 13th, right, guys? I think
Saturday at the...
It's a municipal wellness.
No.
there's-
It's at Livewire and the Mexican restaurant that's next to Livewire. They're splitting it up, multiple bands, multiple stages.
Taco Fest.
Bingo. Thanks, Steph. That'll be on that Saturday. We'll be at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And then after that, we may have a pretty big announcement. We're working on a contract right now for the day after, for the 13th. I can't say anything right now, and I wish I could, Tim. I wish I could, because your listeners would go nuts over this. I'll tell you off the air. But maybe on the 13th, we may have a show that's going to floor you.
Your own Woodstock, your own Monsters of Rock, maybe.
I get bored and I make these things up, and fortunately I have the three best bandmates in the world that are all in on this ride, like a dragster. Let's go.
Get up and go and get this brand new single from 13 Monsters. It was a freebie here. Once you got in, once you paid your $20 admission, you got a free download of it. And you can go to, of course, 13-Monsters, their Facebook page, or 13-monsters.com. Well, Deb, Jamie, Steph, and Carl, thanks once again.
Thank you,
Keep
Tim.
on rocking.
Thank you, Tim. Thank you.
Adventurous.
The only thing missing from Goatstock was a good scrumptious gyro. They did have a food truck outside with walking tacos and plenty of other Mexican food. You think Greek, you think goat. Gyro's got to be in there somewhere, right? Not this time around. The food didn't matter, of course. Whatever food you got, you worked off. Pogoing, swaying, jumping around. Adventures waiting just ahead. And if you watch the video for I Gotta Go, 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 you'll notice something very animatedly familiar. Go Speed Racer. Yes, the original, not the movie remake with Susan Sarandon, which wasn't bad, a 2012 film remake. I'm talking about the actual animated series, Speed Racer. There's a couple of clips of that. And Evel Knievel's first big disaster when he crash landed off the ramp trying to jump 12 buses at Caesar's Palace in 1967. I did mention that. Something adventurous, that was the second song you heard there from Goatstock as it happened with 13 Monsters. Something cool and fruity. Something oinky, too. Now, I can't reveal the exact details of what's going to happen. Let's just say it involves a one-off novelty metal band and 13 Monsters. Sometime in the future, somewhere rather northwest of Goatstock and Norridge. That's all I'm going to say about it. Jamie Rhiani doesn't want us to spill the details, so I'm not going to. I can spill the details about Sleuth, however. This all-female grunge metal trio from Joliet is getting ready to release their debut EP on May 30th. And they've got a show at the Drunken Donut to promote it. They're bringing along my friends Robert Bloodworth, Skip Mascari, and Alex Zeech of Vow of Resonance. What is Sleuth? If you have to seek out any details on Wikipedia, like a detective, you won't find any. Sleuth is, like I said, an all-female band. Black Sabbath meets Patti Smith. It's the very unique combination of grunge and punk. It works on so many levels. I thought I'd get you ready. Sleuth has been playing a couple of gigs around their native Joliet, including a couple at the Forge. And this one, we have a highlight of it, a nice little 6.5-minute jam from back in March. Wave. I did mention Sleuth is a cross between Patti Smith and Black Sabbath. This is not a cover of the title track to Patti Smith's third album from 1979. Wave. Sleuth on Local Loft. A triumphant return, and they could not have planned this any better. 3 days after Triumph, the Canadian rock band who's second only to Rush as the greatest hard rock band to come out of Canada. Not talking about overall band, the Guess Who for certain. There was a time when Triumph and Rush were in competition with each other. Let's not say war here. And Triumph, the original three, Wednesday, May 13th, Allstate Arena, Rick Emmett, Gil Moore, and Mike Levine. With April Wine, I think that's sacrilege. How do you keep April Wine rocking without Miles Goodwin? He was the heart and soul of that band. Cutlass, on their new single Change, they released this past Friday. YouTube clip of it is up on their Facebook page. I'm not saying they're a Triumph ripoff. There's quite an inspiration that Triumph would give them. Come see for yourself, though, this Saturday, May 16th, when Cutlass plays Tony D's in Elmwood Park. Now, I'm going to have to get to know these guys better and ask them if Triumph was in fact a big inspiration in them. But I can't call them a Triumph ripoff. If you're familiar with any of the albums like Allied Forces, Just the Game, Never Surrender, Power 7, you'll probably hear the difference right away. You have your sound. You have your inspirations. I never would have thought in a million years that Fu Manchu, especially Van Halen, AC/DC for sure, but Van Halen, would have never thought they were inspirations for 13 Monsters. But you have your inspirations, you also want to inspire, not just be an inspiree. Inspire many around the world to pick up on your sound and be devoted to it and come back for more. Get me Tim Lamping your music, MP3, WAV or FLAC, or a CD, vinyl, LP, cassette, reel-to-reel tape, timlamp1 at yahoo.com, timcatdj@gmail.com. Send me an email, I'll send you a mailing address. Before you send me any physical stuff, download every episode of Local Loft on podbean.com, stream it on YouTube, Amazon Music, or the Podbean app. He produced a psychedelic potpourri of an album for My Sedacious Sister back in 1995. But Brian Eaton, on his own, a totally different musical animal. Brian also fronted North, a much heavier, in fact hardcore industrial rock band back in 1994. Genocidal World, I still have that debut CD he gave me. But 15 years ago this week, Brian Eaton was certainly out to prove in 9FM fashion. Yeah, I bring this up because 9FM used to play anything. Wouldn't be too unusual when that station was still up and rocking. Their studios, by the way, were in 62nd and Pulaski. I once interviewed there for an on-air gig, which I didn't get. I called Brian Eaton's Graphic Nature album the 9FM of all rock albums. It went all over the place. When 9FM was on the air trying to be an alternative to all the restricted corporate formatted radio stations in downtown Chicago, 9FM would go from Jay-Z to AC/DC just like that. Brian Eaton's Graphic Nature album was pretty much the same way. He went from doing a hip-hop-ish, very techno-pop version of Seal's Crazy to a full-out progressive rock, orchestral rock song like You're a Hurricane. I invited Brian into the Cat 1055 studio 15 years ago this week. You probably heard this interview before, but it deserves a lot of replay, and I've gotten plenty of requests for it, so we're going to spin it again. Brian Eaton in the Cat 1055 studio.
It's good to be back in Chicago.
Due to the graphic nature of this program, viewer discretion is advised.
Howdy, folks, howdy. This is your old friend Bill Stein, bringing you a jerk-by-jerk description.
From their first recording studio session to current live gigs, discover the new and innovative musical directions and familiar sounds of local artists around the Southlands Thursday night at 8. With me, Tim Lamping on the Cat 1055's Homegrown Tones. Drastic changes in sound are definitely noticeable here. Contemporary Christian rock, Peter Gabriel-style African progressive rock, theatrical industrial rock, orchestral electronic pop. Just a couple of the genres that stand out when I hear Brian Eaton's CD, Graphic Nature. In addition to putting his name on the production credits of instrumental albums by veteran guitar shredder T.D. Clark, the acoustic Celtic folk rock of Sandflip, and the 80s style Queensryche meets Bon Jovi hairband sound of Cutlass. Brian started his career in 1992 with a jazz record called Switch. This is a far cry from that. There are plenty of different musical diversities on this album, and let's welcome tonight Brian Eaton to the program. Brian, thanks for coming down.
No problem, Tim. Thanks for having me.
You've done this all yourself. No backing bands involved. It's all you. It's a one-man show, you produced it, you played all the instruments on it. What are the advantages of doing it all yourself as opposed to inviting a backing band to help you out?
It's a good question. Like you said, I have worked with bands in the past. I've been in several original bands, including my band, North. The biggest advantage, having creative control over the entire process. No bickering, no fighting. You eliminate all of that. That's the pro, and then there's the cons to it. It's nice to have a band. It would be nice to have 3-4 guys in the studio. You can knock things out a lot quicker. I don't mind it. I kind of like having the creative control. I've been down that other road too many times. It's hard to rely on people, especially musicians. Musicians tend to be not so reliable sometimes. So that's it pretty much in a nutshell there.
What's also become more reliable is the recording studio technology. You would do this a little faster than 20, 30 years ago, where you got the cut and splice analog tape.
Absolutely.
Take a listen to the opening track to the album Brian will be releasing on May 3rd, Graphic Nature. This is Sobriety on Homegrown Tones at the Cat 105.5.
Listen to Sobriety. Oh, listen to the
When you wake up,
from one creative mind, Brian Eaton. Sobriety is the lead-off track to his upcoming CD, Graphic Nature, on Homegrown Tones at the Cat 1055. To find out more about it and to hear more tracks off it, go to brianeaton.com. That's his official website. Have you thought about what it would sound like if you tried to do this live? Would there be a backing band? Would you use tape loops, program synthesizers?
Oh, that's a great question. I'm working on that right now, actually. It looks like I'm going to pull in my old guitarist from North, John Studman. Yeah, right now, I would love to pull together a band. Very hard to do, hard to find the right people to do that with. So it looks like that's exactly what we're going to do, like you mentioned, is probably do some backing tracks, and I'll play guitar and sing, and John on guitar doing most of the leads. We're going to have to start out that way and pound the pavement, and I'm hoping that when people hear this live and how well produced it is, that will draw the right people in. We can actually form a band then.
So multitasking here on your part is definitely something you're working on, and that most definitely has to be employed, doing it mostly yourself on stage.
Absolutely. At least I know I could deliver with at least myself and John out there and putting on a fantastic show. And I think people will be surprised. I know a lot of people might be kind of like, you mean he's not going to have a whole band? He's going to have some backing tracks. Yeah, this stuff's not canned, though. It's not like I'm downloading karaoke stuff or anything like that. If I could clone myself out there, I would. But the next best thing would be having the tracks that I played and then doing a live version of that.
Well, if you're cloning yourself on this record, Brian, you're cloning yourself into several different singers and several different artists just because of the musical diversity. This is the hard rocking section of the record, the first track I discovered on it. Then with the combination of sound effects, lead guitar solos, and Brian's incredible voice, it's a nice combination. It's Tinnitus from Brian Eaton's upcoming CD, Graphic Nature, on Homegrown Tones at the Cat 1055.
Subjective sound breaks the silence, then
That is Sonic Air Candy, and there's so much that just jumps out at you. Brian Eaton's vocal, yes, it has echo treatments on it, but still very distinctive. Homegrown tones on the Cat 105.5 Tinnitus is part of Brian's upcoming CD, Graphic Nature. This is his first full-length pop rock CD. It will be out May 3rd. Go to brianeaton.com for more details, or you can go to myspace.com/Eaton. That's EATIN Records, which is Brian's record company. What do you think it is about the music that stands out? Is it the various sound effects? Is it the great production of it, your lyrics? What's going to attract a listener the most to this music?
I hope it's kind of the diversity that I brought to it, that I hope people see I'm not a one-trick pony. I think I hear a lot of bands today that I don't know if it's necessarily their fault or their management or their label's fault, because they sure love to pigeonhole bands into a genre, and then they box them in and they never let them out of that box. I just think we need something new today. There needs to be something innovative, something groundbreaking. I don't know if I'm it, but I'm sure trying my best at it and trying to do something that people go, hey, you know, this cat's just not like the rest of them. And I've had a lot of great response from listeners that have heard it, and they love the fact that there's so much diversity on the record. Yeah, it's mainly a rock and some pop genre, but as you said, it is very eclectic, and I hope that's what kind of draws people in and gets them curious, like, well, what else is on the record? What else is he doing on there?
It's a great crossover record. I mean, the version you do of Seal's Crazy, different from the original as I remember it. Well, you got the harder rock guitar treatments in there mixed in with the synthesized drum beats. It's proof that you can tackle any musical genre. The One Who Shines, very religious kind of spiritual song on here as well. So have you given any thought to maybe taking these songs out on the road, or are you still just kind of getting the feel of the studio at the moment, and maybe we'll make another record and maybe try that on the road?
No, as I said before, yeah, I'm definitely putting something together with my guitarist from my previous band, North, and no, we're planning on going out and promoting this record for sure. I think you have to this day and age.
Well, one way you can find out when Brian tours to support this record, which comes out May 3rd, is go to brianeaton.com. That's his official website. His Facebook page, the artist profile, myspace.com/BrianEaton1. That has music samples, as does myspace.com/Eaton Records, EATIN. We're going to give you another example of the musical diversity. Brian, thank you for coming by tonight and sharing your very diverse musical vision with us.
Thanks for having me, Tim. My pleasure.
Graphic Nature, the title track to the CD that will be out May 3rd from Brian Eaton on Homegrown Tones at the Cat 105.5.